Oh, all right. Um, um, oops.
It's my fault. I think your guys' chats aren't used to my takes, and I.
Okay, so let's actually get into this. Uh, this. Yeah, it's making a thumbnail. So over the weekend, Friday, man, a lot has been going on, man. So we have this. This is the first thing. We're getting to the big thing about two individuals. One came out about another person. We'll talk about that later. Let's get into this cutie Cinderella. Cutie stuff. Okay, let's get into this stuff first. Um, where did that clip go? All right, right here. So, if you didn't know, oh, this is Cutie has been getting some backlash because of some, I would say, normal takes. You know, for the average person, right? They probably have no problem with what she's saying. If you don't know what she said, we're gonna get into it, but like a quick like explanation about what she said and stuff. Basically, she was talking about, you know, her hanging out with the phase guys and how they would kind of be like they would make homophobic jokes. Just jokes. You know, let's be honest. Behind the scenes and stuff, we probably say make jokes. They're just jokes, not serious at all. And the people just because you hang out with these people don't she's saying that she doesn't agree with that at all. And you know, when when she is around the face guys, they don't make those kind of jokes because they know it makes her uncomfortable. She's uncomfortable with that kind of stuff. And people on the internet are just going crazy about it. Like, how can you hang out with these people and stuff? And she basically came from the point of view that how can you change people's minds if you just, you know, hate on them and just push them away and stuff? Good point. She's going to explain it. So let's actually get into it.
I don't know.
We played a little while ago. God, people are freaking being annoying in my chat right now.
Why?
They were being so annoying mine earlier too. They just like be going on tangents.
What are they saying, Vanilla?
That about the homophobic jokes. They're like, but then you just if you still hang out with someone like that, then you just support it.
No. So this is what I'm gonna describe, okay? And you guys can believe what you can believe.
I know, like
No, completely wrong. Does not mean you support it. You know, but everybody just wants to say, like, somebody will say something racist or homophobic and just be like, fuck you, I'm done, I'm never talking to you again. Where do you get with that? Nowhere. You know, that doesn't change the person's mind. And people minds can be changed. And I got a good example for that later. But we're going to watch this. You know, trying to change their mind, try to make them more open-minded and stuff. Yes, I know some racist people. I know some people who don't exactly like, they're kind of homophobic and stuff, but am I just going to be like, fuck you, I'm never talking to you again? No. I'm going to be like, bro, that's wrong, or girl, that's wrong, or whatever, like that's wrong. Why do you think like that? Because blah blah blah. No, like, these are still people at the end of the day. At the end of the day, why do you think like you shouldn't be thinking like that? You know, it may take a while. It may never happen. You know, you may never change their mind, but no, this is wild. And you know, she's getting backlash from her own community. And this is crazy because a lot of these streamers build these communities around them. And it's just like their community controls them. They can't go against the grain. Unlike me, I don't have a big community, but I want my community to be diverse. You know, I'm going to say some things that you're not going to like. Okay? But we can have civil conversations about it. I'm not going to hate you just because you disagree with me about something. No. Let's actually talk about it and figure out like what's going on. Like, I don't know, like these streamers. That's why I like Asmongold community so much, because do they agree with everything he says? No. You know, I'm kind of part of his community. Do I agree with everything he says? No. Okay? And that's good that you don't have this parasocial relationship with your community and you have to, you know, agree with 100% of what they say. And if you don't, you're going to get hate. That's just crazy because, you know, you're not going to agree 100% with everyone, with your favorite streamer, with your favorite content creator, or whatever, whoever it is, family member, you know, cousin, brother, sister, mom, dad. You're not going to see eye to eye on everything. Should you demonize them, hate them, you know, push them away, never talk to them again? No, you know, see, you know, try to talk to them, understand them, try to change their mind at the end of the day.
I want explain it. I want you to explain it better.
This is my opinion.
Explain it. You guys can believe what you want to believe. I understand, but you're not allowed to coach me and say like that's not right. That's not what you like. Just because I don't act the same way you act, you're not allowed to like coach me through that. Because at the end of the day, I am somebody that's like, bitch, I'm an ally. Like I am not homophobic. Everybody knows I know where I'm at. It doesn't matter who I talk to. Like the thing is like I was raised in a very religious family. Unfortunately, there are people in my family that are racist. There are people in my family that are bigoted. There are people in my family that are homophobic. There's people in my family that are transphobic. Like, but I still love my family. right? And I still know that there are like that members of my family have good qualities. They have good qualities. And what's most important to get people to love,
And that's the thing. Everybody has, I mean, most people have good qualities and bad qualities. You know, not everyone's perfect at all. Okay. Like, I'm gonna be honest, you know, I can be kind of I would say like I don't have a problem with gay people at all or trans, but do they rub me the wrong way sometimes? Well, mostly trans. Yes, but I understand that's not everybody in that community, you know. Some of them just want to be left alone. Some of them, you know, aren't on Twitter and Reddit and just creating up uproar for no reason. Not everybody is terminally online and stuff. Not everybody are keyboard warriors at the end of the day. No, I know a lot of them probably just want to be left alone and understand like some people aren't gonna like accept their pronouns or whatever. They may call you the wrong thing. That's them. A lot of them probably just go about their days like, okay, whatever. But you have those people who like to be online and stuff, who does this stuff for likes and views, and just gets, you know, crazy about it. No, this person didn't call me this. This is what I want to be called. It's like, yeah, you have those people, and that's why I say some of them rub me the wrong way and stuff. And like that's the same thing. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just
other people is to love them. Fighting hate with hate will never get anything anywhere. If I were to
yes.
say to someone who's homophobic, go fuck yourself, you homophobic prick, yes, I told them what they deserve. However,
Where does that get you? Where does that get you telling somebody off like that? Nowhere. And I bet you people in the chat, uh, comments or whatever, like there's probably been some people who had some, I'm just gonna say like bigotry against some people, but on the internet they probably, you know, started talking to someone and it changed their mind, or they met somebody out in the real world and it changed their mind because they actually got to talk to them and understand where they're actually coming from and stuff. And you know, I'll show you a good example of this. And if you hate this woman, I don't understand, because what Cutie is doing is exactly what this other woman is doing or did. So you have this woman right
The guy
here.
on the right, his name is CP Ellis. The guy on the right, his name is.
So you have this woman right here, Anna, uh, Atwaters, Anna Atwaters, and you have her. I wish I could make this bigger somehow. Like actually like zoom in on it. Hold on.
CP Ellis. He is.
Mm. Hold on a second, cause I'm like trying to.
A Ku Klux Klan leader from Durham, North Carolina. The woman on the left, her name.
Hold on, let me see. Just watch. See, I wish I can't make it bigger for some reason.
The guy on the right, his name is.
Hold on. I'm gonna. This is gonna make me mad because I'm trying not to get frustrated with this. Let's go to the actual app for TikTok.
Brokey budging me, financially recovering addiction. These Texas summertime electric bills being the cheap.
The guy on the right, his name is C.P. Ellis. He is a Ku Klux Klan leader from Durham, North Carolina.
Okay, I guess we're gonna do it like this. So, like, you have this woman, Anna Atwaters and stuff, and let's hear her
The
story.
guy on the right, his name is C.P. Ellis. He is a Ku Klux Klan leader from Durham, North Carolina. The woman on the left, her name is Ann Atwater. She is a civil rights activist from Durham. This photo was taken in 1971 during a series of meetings where these two came together and they were trying to alleviate some of the tension and hostility that was taking place in the school system because the system had recently been desegregated. And both of their kids attended those schools. So during these meetings, CP and Ann would both bring things from their community into the classroom to try to help students get a better understanding of the other side. One of the things that CP brought was an actual Klan robe. Now, black kids were furious. They wanted to burn the robe, but Ann stepped in and said, look, before we do anything drastic, let's get a better understanding of where that side is coming from. Now, this action caught CP off guard, and he gained a lot of respect for Ann when she did this. These meetings lasted for about 10 days, and at the end of those 10 days, he had grown so fond of her that he dropped out of the Klan, ripped up his Klan card, and actually spent the rest of his life fighting for civil rights. So they did a movie on this called The Best Enemies. They wrote a book, documentaries, and this is just a crazy story to me, from Klan leader to civil rights activist. Man, all because he took the time to get a better understanding of the other side.
And better yet, she took the time, okay, to actually try to help him, you know? So, like, are you gonna hate on this black woman? I understand, you know. I do understand, like, cutie, this is a white woman, but like, if the shoe was on the other foot, if this was a black woman saying the same thing, I feel like we would be having a whole different conversation about this. But since this is a blonde hair, blue eyed white woman, like, it's whole, like, she's just getting so much hate. Like, people can change at the end of the day, and you might not know, but I bet some people probably know some people who probably like bigoted, homophobic or something, but they changed. They do not think like that anymore. I seen like a lot of people. I have seen a lot of people like that on social media who they say like they were kind of like racist or something, but they actually got to understand the other side. They actually got to talk to people, and they they changed, and they're not that same person. Now, how will we get to that point if you're just gonna say, "Fuck you," and just walk away? That doesn't solve anything at the end of the day. You know, violence and hate does not change anything at the end of the day. It just makes more violence and hate, you know? But another good example, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Yes, we know and still remember Malcolm X, but at the end of the day, which one had more of an impact? Which one is more quoted at the end of the day? Martin Luther King, and he was a very loving person and stuff. At the end of the day, he had a dream, and I mean his dream kind of came true. I don't know. I'm
They
talking way
are
too much.
never gonna feel accepting. They're never gonna learn how to be accepting.
Yeah, never.
Like, do you understand that if you just write people off because they believe different things than you, they're never going to be exposed to why it's good to be around people that don't think like you, right?
No,
Like,
I see that.
so my stepbrother is trans, and my dad refuses to use the correct pronouns.
And does yeah, right.
And he doesn't understand that he doesn't understand why it's so important, right? And it drives me crazy, and it drives my stepbrother crazy, of course. But I've had to say to my dad, you know, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you to say the correct pronouns, but it does hurt him when you say the wrong ones.
And she's not wrong about that at all. Like, see, like these people, it's not gonna hurt at all. But a lot of people like to attack other people for not using the right pronouns, and that's why I keep saying, like, a lot of people who are trans or whatever, or gay or whatever, like, not everyone is like this, but they like to attack people for not, using the right pronouns, or just using the right stuff. They just attack. That's not gonna get them anywhere. It's fighting hate with hate, and sometimes it's just fighting hate with ignorance. They're ignorant. At the end of the day, it's not gonna get anywhere. And like I said, Cutie is right about this. It's crazy how the internet is giving her so much backlash about this. It's like, you don't have to cut people off. Try to change your mind. Try to show them, they're doing something wrong. You're hurting people at the end of the day. And, like, it's not going to hurt him to use the pronouns that her brother wants to use or whatever. It's not going to hurt the dad at all. It's just not. That's why I don't mind if you want to be called they, them, she, her, him, he, or whatever. Doesn't affect me. Like, okay, my bad. But if you're gonna come at me sideways and start yelling at me and cussing me out, that's a whole different story right there. You're not gonna change my mind with that. Now you're gonna have me wanting to act a damn fool. Like, just don't yell, cuss people out, cut them off. Try to change their mind. Try to show them that their bigotry, their racism is wrong, okay? And you're acting ignorant. Try to educate these people, not this hate them, cut them out, and walk away, that's not going to solve anything at the end of the day.
Right. Right.
And you know what the difference is I'm able to have this conversation with my dad because I'm open-minded and we love each other. My stepbrother just says fuck off and won't talk to my dad. So there's no progress being made, right?
No progress.
And so you can believe what you want. You guys can you can say that. You can say to me, no, you're supporting it. I'm not. I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that. I'm not. I don't support it. Period, the end. But I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that. The world is not as black as white as everyone thinks. Like you guys, you can't fight hate with hate. It doesn't get you anywhere. It literally does not get you anywhere. Like it's so important to like, as someone who's very open-minded, to be around closed-minded people and show them that it's okay to be open-minded is actually one of the most important things you can do, like as a human. It really is. But I get it. You guys can think what you think. I'm not going to change though. I'm not going to, I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it because at the end of the day, if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not racist. I'm not. Me, I am not. They are, yes. But how am I supposed to help them ever? By cutting them off?
I mean, yeah, she's right. We all probably have somebody we know who probably, says some questionable things. Let's just say, do you agree with that? Probably not. You're probably like, what the fuck? But you just gonna be like, right there and then, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Walk away and just cut them off your life. Probably not. You're going to be like, you think that? Now, why do you think that? Blah blah blah. And you may not get through them that first day, that second day, or whatever. You probably won't. It might take a while, but we've seen what with Anna Stillwater, like she, a Ku Klux Klan member. She was so loving and stuff, and wanted people to understand like where he was coming from, and he's seen that, and he quit being the Ku Klux Klan. He stopped. He quit. He left that and started fighting for civil rights. Like I said, like what if Anna was just like, get out, get the fuck out of here. We don't want that. I don't agree with that. Well, we'll still have. I mean, back then, they would have still had a Ku Klux Klan member. It's. I know it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. This is why people probably do it. It's a lot easier to type on your phone, get on Twitter, whatever, get on social media, just type on your phone and just, say some mean stuff, cuss somebody out, telling them they're a bad person. That's easy. It's a lot harder to actually, try to make them understand, try to work with them. It's a lot more work, trust me. And try to make them like change and see what they're doing and what they're saying is wrong. That's a much harder thing. Cussing somebody out in person, walk away, done, easy. Typing on X or social media or whatever, done, easy. Going into conversations with them and seeing why they say this and try to understand and try to change their mind and and try to show them that like these people are just regular people too. They just want to be accepted.
No.
And you can.
I get it. You guys can think in black and white, but that's not how it works over here.
And you can tell the two girls, like, they really don't want to say anything because they don't want to get backlash because of their communities. Like I said before, like these streamers and stuff, they built these communities around them where they can't really say what they think. You know, they have to reflect their chat. They have to be a puppet for their chat. Not around here, you know. You can come over and come to my live streams and stuff, and we can actually talk about it. I'm not going to ban you. I'm not going to kick you out. I mean, if you're just kind of like this repeating yourself and just, you know, just saying horrible stuff and not actually having an intelligent conversation, you're probably going to get banned. But, you know, I want to understand where you're coming from, and you can understand where I'm coming from. Then either you can just leave the chat, you know, you can leave my live stream, never, you know, watch my stuff again. That's totally fine with me. But I'm not going to agree and be a mouthpiece for my chat. No, we're going to have some disagreement at the end of the day.
That's not how it works for me, but
Period.
sorry for
Here's
the,
thing, I feel like it's the
spiel.
no. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's like, again, it's like one of those things where it's like, dang, like it is like a fucking hard thing because, again, like there's definitely people in my family as well that like are fucking like pretty Trumpy and like in my extended family and shit. And I grew up around a lot of that too, where just hearing remarks and them saying things about just like you know, people that were not fucking just white straight people, and me kind of being like, what the fuck, like, you know, like quite literally what the fuck. And like it's almost like a thing where it's like, again, and this is like my not really like my direct family, so it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, I don't really see them like that anyway, so it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do, like blow up the dinner table right now, like type shit. It's
exactly.
just like, it's like when I feel like when it comes to like real life, like obviously if it's somebody, if I found out that like somebody who is like a really fucking good friend of mine, whatever, like, I mean, that's also the thing too. I'm like, people that are really good friends of mine that I keep close to me, I already know where their head's at. Like, I feel like I already know where their head's at, like when it comes to like people that, so I'm like, that's not really something I have to worry about anyway. But I feel like what kills me the most is I feel like the people in chat will be getting so mad, and I'm like, y'all be acting like some of y'all family members, brothers, sister, like other people that you have, like fucking boyfriends, your boyfriend's friends, like will make, like, this is what kills me, is that these same people will be in a room with their fucking like loser ass boyfriend, and then their boyfriend's brothers or fucking like friends or something will make a gay joke or something, and you'll sit there like this. You'll sit there like that, and then as soon as someone online isn't like literally like standing, like screaming at the.
You know, I'm not gay, but I find it more offensive. You know, yeah, I've made gay jokes all the time. Okay, I find it. Maybe you may feel different if you're gay or trans or something, but I find it more offensive when I make a gay joke and, you know, the other person or somebody around me is like, ew, that's nasty, don't do that. Or like, you know, they're kind of hinting that gay stuff is not okay around them, you know, even if you're playing around, or like, you know, it kind of gives off like you wouldn't really be okay around a gay person or a homosexual person or something. It's like, bro, it's just jokes. Like we're not actually gonna do something like that. Like, or, you know, it's like they're jokes. I can see how you know, some gay people may be offended, but like I said, for me, like that's kind of weird. Like, why you getting so, you know, outraged about this? Like, I hope y'all understand like what I'm saying. You know, yes, I can see how like gay jokes can be bad, but the response to the jokes, you know, kind of like gives me like red flags, let's say. You know, it's like it's understandable like if you're like you make a gay joke and your friends or family members like um ooh you shouldn't make that joke. That's kind of bad joke. Unlike then like some people would be like kind of like dis- discuss it like it's kind of hard to explain. Some of y'all may know what I'm talking about, but it's kind of hard to explain. Like they get like kind of like homophobic, like and stuff. Like you can tell, like they're very uncomfortable because they're kind of questioning, like, are you gay? And if you are, like, I'm not okay with that. You know, it's like kind of like going like it's like uh no, I'm not gay, but if I was, you would be acting like this. That see, you see where I'm getting from? Maybe that I hope that makes sense.
Roof of their fucking like, and then everyone's like, "Oh God, they're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst."
I also think I think a lot of people are misinterpreting a little.
And by the way, like if you know they do start acting like that, it's like why do you think like that? Like, or is it a problem if you know the person who was playing around and making that joke, is it not okay for if they were actually like gay? Is that not okay to you? Now, what do you do in that situation right there? Do you just cut them off? Like I said, do you say "fuck you"? You're a piece of shit. You're done. Like I'm done with you. No, you sit there like, why wouldn't you be okay with this? Okay, like why is this an issue? You know, I'm still not me, but for example, like I'm still the same person I was, you know, a minute ago, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. Since you first met me, I'm still the same person. I just happen to like this other sex than you. It's not like I'm, you know, and a lot of people think like just because they have a friend that is gay or something, that they're going to be attracted to them or something. That's not how it works. You know, or not you, but you know, people like, would you, okay, you for example, like, are you attracted to every, let's say you're a guy. I don't know who I'm talking to behind this camera, but let's say you're a guy. Are you attracted to every woman that you see? No, you're not. Women, are you attracted to every guy you see? No, you're not. So why would a, you know, like why would this person that you've been around forever, like why do you think they would be attracted to you? No, you're just their friend. Yeah, some people, guy or girl, you know, those friendships where when it's a guy and a girlfriend or whatever. Yes, you do have those cases that one of them kind of has feelings. That does happen. But then you have those relationships where, you know, it's just friends, really good friends. I have a friend like that, you know. I'm not attracted to her. I mean, I'm not going to say like she's ugly. I'm not going to call any of my friends ugly, but I'm not attracted to her. I don't want to be in a relationship with her, but when I do leave the house and stuff and actually like talk to people, talk to her and stuff, you know, I love her. Okay, she's a very good friend, and it would be the same way if you know if I was attracted to guys or whatever. It's like I'm not attracted to you, buddy. Like we're just good friends. You know, you're gonna be a handsome looking guy and stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm attracted to you. You know, being a straight man, I just don't walk down the street or whatever, you know, go out in town and just think every girl I see is attractive and I want to be with them just because I'm a straight guy. I don't want to fuck everything. No, I don't. I don't know. I'm just going. I I guess I'm really invested in this conversation because I I believe like I agree with Cutie. The world isn't black and white at the end of the day, and you just can't fight hate with hate. You just can't. Try to change their mind.
Bit about like what I'm saying too. I don't judge my stepbrother for not talking to my
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, not at all.
dad. My stepbrother
his
is
feelings
allowed
are
to do
valid.
that.
Absolutely.
He is so allowed to be pissed at my dad, and clearly, like, my dad is very hurtful when he uses the wrong pronouns. It makes me sad, right? It makes me very, very sad, and that's totally fine. That's his boundary. However, I simply believe that I can coach people into love, and I know that's fucking insane of me to say, but I do think I can get my dad to not be transphobic eventually. I believe
But that's
that.
the thing,
Yeah.
and it's happened.
believe it.
Like there are so many stories of people out there being like quite literally being like, oh, I quite literally was fucking racist, or I was homophobic, or I was XYZ, whatever, transphobic, and then they literally are like, and then I met someone who either
Yeah.
was one of these or something like that, and then like you see these people, and then
Yeah, they met somebody that was one of these things: transphobic, homophobic, racist, or I mean, well, not that, but you know, transphobic or homophobic. They met a person, and it got them to change their mind at the end of the day. Like they got to understand like what they're going through, and you know how on a day basis like what they go through and stuff. And it, like I said, it changed their mind. Unlike if they would have just that you know gay person or trans person would have just said fuck you, that's how you think, I'm done with you, I never want to talk to you again, that doesn't change their mind. That you didn't they didn't convert a person or change a person's mind with that at all, you know. But that homophobic, transphobic person, when they actually got to meet one of them and actually got to talk to him, they're I'm not sure, but this is how I would be if I was. I'm not, but this is how I would be. I'm like, oh, they're just normal people who just want to, you know, live their life at the end of the day. But on the other hand, I feel like a lot of people online just rub a lot of people the wrong way. That's why I say don't. I know we're online right now. I'm online, but you know, people are crazy online, and you know they like Cutie said they just think in black and white. The world does not work like that. Wish it did, but it doesn't. There's a gray area in a lot of stuff, and this is a gray area conversation right here that she's having, and a lot of people aren't going to like that at the end of the day, especially her community. They're not going to like it. You know, they want her and them to stand on one side, and that's their side. And if they're not on their side, they're a piece of shit.
I feel like people, like I'll see videos of shit like that and then people be like, wow, people can change, that's so amazing. And then it's like, but it took other people around them
Yes.
to make that change. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it
cutting
took
people off, like fighting people is like it just separates people more. Like if you
Yes.
say, "You're so stupid. Why do you believe in that?" compared to saying, "Huh, why do you believe in that?" and genuinely having a conversation about it. Like I
like quite literally why. Like let's talk
that's
about
hard.
it.
I really understand. I understand that it's hard and it's not for everybody. I really understand, but you can't hold everyone to your same moral high ground and just assume that because I am not doing what you would do. My stepbrother does not think I am transphobic because I talk to my dad.
Exactly.
My stepbrother doesn't think that. So why do people on the internet think that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I talk to so and so who's transphobic. All of a sudden on the internet, I am transphobic.
And
Even
then-
if I would to say, oh, I've watched that streamer before. You watch a transphobic streamer, you freak. You're transphobic. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. You
Yeah.
can't. You guys. You simply cannot tell me what I am. You can't. And
Yeah.
you haven't watched me long enough. If you think
And I guarantee you, people are probably going to say, you know, on Twitter or TikTok or something, you know, because I like Asmongold, they're probably going to say something like what she just said, like, or you watch him, he's transphobic, you're transphobic. It's like, no, he's not even transphobic, by the way. Hold on real quick. Because with her saying that's a good point because Asmongold actually went through this. I'm gonna see if I can find this clip. Here, I'm gonna bring this over here. Yeah, I can't remember what I need to start looking at the numbers because this is an hour and 30 minutes. We're not watching this whole thing. But he talks about this.
important, right? And it drives me crazy. And it drives my stepbrother crazy, of course. But I've had to say to my dad,
Let's see what Asmongold has to
I
say.
disagree. If I had a kid that was trans, I would want to, you know, ideally, being trans and going through transition surgery would be the last line of action, right? But this is an adult.
It's understandable.
Mother. This is an adult. As a parent, at a certain point, you shouldn't be trying to control your adult child's life. You should respect what they want to do.
And remember, according to the internet, Asmongold here is a transphobic person. Okay, remember that. All the stuff you see, don't believe it. You know, he's not that bad of a person. Dirty. That's a whole different conversation right there. You know, the whole roaches in his room and stuff. But you know, I watch Asmongold. I see, like, actually go to the stream and see what he's talking about. He's not racist. He's not homophobic, transphobic, or anything. Let's keep listening.
That's it. Yeah, I would respect what my kids would want to do. Because, and the reason why is because I know people might not agree with that are in my community, but
going against this community.
That's what my parents did for me. Like they said, you can do anything that you want. You can be anything that you want. If you want to go out and sell drugs, good. If you want to go out and be a lawyer, good.
I don't know about that one. I don't know if I can support my kid if they want to go out and sell drugs. Okay, I don't know about that one.
If you want to go out and break into people's cars and shit like that, good.
I don't know about that one either.
We're gonna support you because we're your parents and we're gonna do whatever we want. That was it. So you reinforce their mental illness? Well, no. The thing is, it's not about reinforcing a mental illness. It's about, obviously, I wouldn't immediately say, like, my kid's 8 years old and he's like, I like wearing a dress. I said, damn, I guess we need to get you transition surgery, right? Like, I would.
That's a very reasonable take. Like, I never like trying to get children involved, kids, and try to, like, get all this stuff, put them on hormones and, and all that stuff. But when they're adults, just let them, like, try to be accepting and try to understand where they're coming from. I mean, that's it. They're adults. They've made up their minds.
Not agree to having that done on my child whenever they were underage, absolutely. But whenever they're an adult, they get to make adult choices. And at the end of the day, it would be more important for me to preserve the relationship that I had with my child than for me to uphold a viewpoint that is, to me, really inconsequential. I don't care what gender somebody thinks they are or not, because that's not what defines a human being. Like, you have at that point 20 years of,
like I said, if you look on Twitter, not Twitter, but X and Reddit and stuff, Asmongold, he's very homophobic. Is that what you're seeing right now?
Life experience with this person. This person is you made this person. No, of course I wouldn't throw that away over some fucking bullshit pronoun thing. Absolutely not. And by the way, her brother hasn't either, and neither has she. The funniest thing about this is that they all agree with this. They do. You're a hypocrite? No, I'm not. I'm actually not. Like, I'm the only person that's not a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So you call your son a she? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah. I would do it. Like, if it got to that point, they're adults, yeah. He's a she now, so okay. Whatever. They want to go have the surgery, they're adult. They're adult. They can do that. I'm not throwing away my relationship with my child. I'm just not. Now, Cutie's dad, like, maybe he doesn't understand that. He hadn't seen that. Like, he's pushing, Cutie's brother away, whatever. Maybe, like, Cutie being around and trying to show him and trying to make him understand, you know, is that really a bad thing? Does that make her transphobic? No. She doesn't agree with it at all. She just wants her dad to understand and not be ignorant. And hopefully not tear apart the relationship her her dad and her brother has. It sucks if it just never spoke again.
I wouldn't want to, like, I would go through I would say, are you sure that you feel this way? And I would try to help them get through their gender dysphoria as much as possible. I would, but at the end of the road, if nothing else worked, I would, because it matters more to me than doing that. Like, why is chat mad? Because, and this is the thing, like, and I say this every time, right? So wouldn't you want to cut him out? No, I wouldn't. And the thing is, and this is an adult, by the way, too.
Anyways, I just wanted to show that, like, you may think because I like Asmongold, I agree with him on everything. I don't. But he's not racist or homophobic or, transphobic or anything like that. He may have a little pushback on it, especially you heard him, if it's his child, like, may have a little pushback on it or whatever. But at the end of the day, he's not going to ruin that relationship just because they feel this way. He's going to call them he or she or whatever.
Think you can, because like I know what I am, and I'm also very open to opinions, but I'm not open to bullying of any kind. Even if that's high roading, I'm not open to that. It's not helpful. Like, it's never been helpful.
Yeah.
It's like telling someone they suck because they're racist, and these are on so different terms. Like, racist people telling someone they suck because of skin color is obviously worse. But like, all we're doing is telling people they suck. Why are we?
Yeah.
Like, come on, they gotta figure this out.
And that's the thing too. It literally, like, I'm the first person to like be like, what the fuck? Like, so to like sit back and like think about it from that different perspective, like, quite literally is making me think too, because I am like the first person I feel like to get like, what the fuck, and like, just get up in arms over some shit. And like, granted, if anything, that would just make that person like fucking hate people like me more.
Yeah. And yeah, I have this, like, what's her name? Vanilla. Like, I have people like that around me. Like when I was like 16, I got taken in by this family. They're my foster family, my step family, whatever stuff. These are my brothers and sisters. That one's downstairs. That's who I live with. These are my siblings too. So, I have about 5 siblings, but my, I don't know, stepbrother, foster brother, whatever you want to say, he's like vanilla. Like, if somebody would say something racist, they're white, by the way. Okay, they're white. Someone would say something racist around us, me, he'd be the first one to, he's ready to fucking fight. I'm like, no, calm down. Why did you say that? Why are you being racist? Like, do you think it's funny or cute? Like, do you actually think like this? Like, yeah, fighting somebody, all cool, getting all mad about it and stuff. It's understandable, but it's gonna get you nowhere. Matter of fact, like, it's probably gonna make things worse at the end of the day. You know, let's say like somebody says something racist around me, I beat him up, or my brother beats him up. That's probably gonna make things worse. They're probably gonna be like, you know, if my brother does it, oh, you're doing this because you're blank, blank, blank. If I did it, well, they're gonna feel more justified on hating my race or my skin color. You know, at the end of the day, instead of being like, whoa, why do you think like this? Blah blah. Well, that's not whatever. You know, we're not like that, or you know, we don't think like that, we don't do that, or we all don't do that and stuff. You know, a a lot of racist people and stuff, and people who are just ignorant probably see like people who black people who are in gangs and stuff, and who like to sell drugs and shoot people up. Not all of us are like that, you know. Look at me. I'm just a guy who live who lives in the Midwest. I don't know anything about gang life. I know about rodeos, horses, farms, and you know, hunting and going mudding and stuff. I don't know about anything about the gang life, but somebody out there probably hate me because of my skin color, because what they, you know, they see on TV or the news, or you know, on social media or something. It's like, we're not all like that. You know, do all y'all live in, you know, trailer parks? All y'all like scammers? All y'all racist? Talking about white people? No, I don't go around hating every white people. Every white person. No, that's not gonna. You know, it's I don't know. I just don't see trying to fight bigotry, uh, homophobic, transphobic, trying to fight that with hate, trying to fight fire with fire. It's not gonna work out. You don't you get a fire starts in your house, in your kitchen or something. You don't throw more fire on it, do you? No, you get water, because water cools it down, makes it goes away and stuff. You know,
know what I
don't
mean?
know.
Well, and I'm so
Because
lucky
it's like
because
they
like
almost like look for that sometimes, you know?
I have the privilege. I have the privilege. I need to use it, right? I'm a straight white woman. It'd be fucking insane if I didn't use the privilege that I have to help people navigate their bigotry.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like, that is this. Yes, you don't have to do that if you are someone that's being viscerally attacked, right? But me, who I am and where I stand, I do feel responsible to try to help people. That's what I feel like I do. That's my
hard.
privilege.
And that's hard. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people just want to get angry, you know, and cuss them out and call it a day and not change anything in the world.
I don't know.
You know what?
Wow.
This push people further into their bigotry, you know, with that kind of stuff, by cussing them out and stuff and saying they're a piece of shit. You're just gonna push them further into it because, you know, many reasons.
For the day. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm like, well,
guys, way to go. That was good from you guys. Sorry, I was just.
And Katie, what do you think?
Bro,
Katie just sitting back. Sorry, Katie.
No, you guys are good. Like, I didn't want to cut anybody off. Like, you guys had a lot of good things to say. I was just sitting here, like, literally reading, like, the thoughts and opinions in my chat. You guys.
I mean, there's someone in the chat right now even just saying, like, first step to being a Karen, like, that, you know, stupid stuff like that. And it's like, okay, guys, it's just not helpful. It's not helpful for anybody. It's never
not
helpful.
Yeah.
Like, this is not helpful. Okay, but you talk to them, and they're horrible.
Okay.
Did you not hear anything I said?
No, because they're fucking idiots. No, they didn't hear anything. Like, that's my thing. Like, people in their communities and their chats, they just want to block out certain things that they don't agree with, and like in this twist stuff, you know, she never once said she agreed with it. No, She never said that. She just said she wants to change their mind, make them a better person, make them see what they're saying and doing is wrong. How's that, you know, accepting that, you know, be like, it doesn't, like, these communities, like, they kill me sometimes. They really do. All they want to do is like virtue signal and stuff, and you know, try to hold the high ground and stuff. It's like, oh my god, it's like, stop, because you can't be right about everything. You know, that's why I said, like, Asmongold, he goes against his community all the time, his chat. I'm gonna be right there with him, man. Like, sorry, you come over here, I may say something you probably won't like, but you're not gonna agree with me on everything. Politics, games, drama, or whatever. You're probably not. But hopefully you don't hate me because of that 1% that we don't disagree. I mean, we don't agree with. Like,
late night talks.
I'm trans and it really does rub me the wrong way, though, especially with streamers who clearly aren't willing to stop jokes. Yeah, I think jokes suck. I've never said I like jokes. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
I've never said that I like these jokes. I've never said that. That's never come out of my mouth. Like, it's just so silly. So silly.
Okay, is your game still downloading? Because you're still 1 pixel.
I don't know why I'm still 1 pixel. Like, that's what everyone's saying too. But it's downloaded and I'm in.
Sorry, was that too hot? Was I being too
Yeah, you can tell them two do not want to talk about this at all because, you know, they said the wrong thing, they're gonna get hate.
It's a little warm. We definitely had a little warm there.
Sorry. I just feel like you gotta build a bridge. That's
But the crazy thing, like with Vanilla here, if y'all paying attention what she said about like your boyfriend and all that, she kind of agreed. She's agreeing with Cutie, but you know, since Cutie is the most outspoken one right now, I guess, you know, people's not really paying attention to what Vanilla's saying.
What I think someone like me. I'm not saying you guys.
No, I'm
might not
listening
be safe
and I'm
for you
here.
to build a bridge. It might not be safe for people in chat to build a bridge.
Yeah.
But like I'm just trying to get people to be more open-minded. That's what I would like to do.
That's all you're trying to do. Simply.
I would like people not to be racist. I would like people not to be transphobic. I would like people not to be homophobic. I would like a lot of things.
We all would. Well, I guess some of us would.
By loving people, and I know that's naive sometimes, but
Right. Yeah, right, crispy.
Right. I'm sorry.
Right. No,
do all your chats hate me now?
No, I'm getting a little. Well, I'm an emo only right now.
Oh boy.
I guess
my mom put an emo only.
No,
but it's a little mixed reviews. Some people are understanding, some people are not. But that's like quite literally like anything. Like anyone can kind of just like have. This is a conversation that you could go back and forth all day about. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
You're still allowing them to act racist? I'm not.
No. People, what the fuck? People do not listen. No, she's not letting them act racist, especially around her. She said, like, they're talking about the phase people, the phase guys and stuff, and about, like, I don't know why the person said racist, but I guess that's the example that they wanted to point out. But she said when she's around them, they do not make those kind of jokes because they know she doesn't like it, you know, and she probably had some talk. She probably talked to him about it, but like, really don't like this, like, whatever. So they don't make that joke. So she's not like, what are you talking about? People do not pay attention. And this is what, I'm sorry, I'm getting like, this just set me off right now because you're not paying attention.
Not when you're still allowing them to act racist? I'm not.
No, she's not. And she's not.
Not when they're actively. If, you guys don't get it. If someone is actively around me,
They
no, they're
don't.
not doing those things. And that's why it's good to be around people that are loving and able to say, "Hey, that makes me uncomfortable."
That makes me uncomfortable. That's kind of wrong, you know. That's wrong. Now, that
uncomfortable. I'm talking about people in my life, right? Like, I'm not talking about you guys. Fucking think everyone on the internet is friends. I'm like, we're not.
Yeah, also that too. I feel like a lot of people think that just because like you've like met one person or something that it's like, oh my god, she's like, I'm like, girl, I don't know that fucking man.
I don't know that fucking girl. Like yeah, like just because they hang out on stream, they collab for a stream or something, that don't mean they know that person. Okay, like that. So I feel like people on the internet, they forget that this is their job. They stream to make money, and all these other people are just co-workers to them. When they collaborate, it's just co-workers getting together to try to make more money at the end of the day. That don't mean they know each other personally. They come on their stream and they probably leave after. It's like, good work. It was nice to meet you. You seem pretty cool from the stream we did together. Yeah, peace out. Now, whatever they do out there, like, they don't know them like that. There are streamers out there who are very close and who are friends in real life, but that's not everybody. I don't know, man. People are just...
Well.
Dang.
Oh, well.
Hey. Let's go.
Well, now what?
Let's go ghost hunting if y'all want, or...
Let's go freaking ghost hunting. Chat, clean all the chats.
Change the conversation real quick. Change the conversation real quick.
It's a very hateful world right now.
Yeah. They're scared. All of them are scared. They're scared of their chat, their community and stuff, getting hate and stuff like that. And that's sad that you can't express your feelings, what you're thinking. You can only think what the chat is thinking, and if you don't think that, they're gonna hate you. They're gonna be posting on X hate stuff. They're gonna be your comments on your videos, your posts on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. People are gonna make posts about you. So they're scared, and some people I seen like in Aspen's chat, like, oh, whatever. I mean, yeah, you say that because you're not in their position and getting all this hate and stuff at the end of the day. I mean, I'm not a big streamer or a big content creator, but here and there I get some kind of hateful comments, rude comments here and there, but it's nothing full blown. And I know if I do get bigger, it's going to get a lot worse. But guess what? I'm kind of okay with it. Like, I know some people are going to hate me at the end of the day. Some people are going to love me. Some people are going to be in the middle. I understand that. As long as nobody messes with my immediate family, I'm good,
I know, and I feel like this is going to get clipped crazily out of context as well.
I know, that's what I'm nervous about. People are going to be like, naive.
Crazy comments.
Should we edit the VOD?
Blonde girl.
No, don't edit the VOD.
Should we all just unlist the VOD? I guess
no.
Katie can't because she has her show earlier.
I stopped it and restarted stream.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I can unlist it if
we could just cut this part because I just don't. I am not in the mental headspace to be dealing with that right now. If I'm being completely honest.
Okay.
No, don't do that. They shouldn't have. This is a horrible decision. Like, I don't
I'm
know.
going
This
to,
is horrible
delete
decision.
that. Okay, perfect.
I'm just gonna delete it because it's not like we did anything.
This is how scared they are of their communities, their chatters and stuff. But it's like you're live. People probably always this is screen recorded. Somebody screen recorded this on their phone or whatever already or clipped it. So like, why are you trying to get rid of the evidence? You didn't say anything horrible. You had a kind of like a middle of the road take. You know, normal people are probably going to agree with you.
Important.
But they're so scared, man. They're just so fucking scared of their communities. It's wild.
We couldn't even make a YouTube video.
Guys, we can go off emo only.
It's like
right now,
having
please.
it's like having 1,000 fucking shot callers on these streamers. It's wild, man.
I wanna see
Okay,
words. Okay.
I'm going to delete.
Oh wait, this looks better.
What?
The update, like the Phasmophobia, looks good.
Oh, does it? Okay, you might want to delete clips too, just so you know.
Okay, I think my mods are the only ones that can make clips. I think I
Oh,
have it set
great.
like that.
Okay, and you deleted your VOD?
It doesn't post automatically.
You can still pull it unlisted.
Somebody in my chat asked me not to delete the VOD if that's okay with you guys.
Oh,
You could edit it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ah.
No, I'll delete the VOD. What do I gotta do though? I gotta delete like the clips too? Is that what you guys are doing?
you just, yeah.
Okay.
You just go to video
I'll do
producer?
whatever you want.
Ah.
No, I know how to delete clips. I do. I'm just asking.
You go to channel,
Yeah.
or you go to creator dashboard, and then you go to content.
I can't
and
believe they're
then
really
video
doing
producer,
this.
and
Like,
then you click the 3 dots.
they're
and then
so
you just
terrified, man. They're so terrified of what's
QT
gonna
don't give
happen.
Context. I already deleted it. It's fine. Listen, if people on the internet want to believe what they want to believe, they can. Like, I can't change what people think, you know?
Then why delete the VOD? What are you doing? Like, why delete the VOD then? If you know that people are just gonna take out of context, believe what they want to believe, at the end of the day, why delete the VOD?
Yeah.
I don't think deleting the VOD will look good, Queen. It's to protect ourselves. Listen, there's been
How? People already screen recorded it, clipped it, and stuff.
too many hate threads in the past 2 days. I don't care how it looks.
I
I care
know,
about
I don't-
how I
I know,
feel,
I-
and I care about how my friends feel.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up about that one. Thanks.
I just need
Cutie, Vanilla, Kate. What's her name? Like, I understand you're trying to protect yourself, your friends, their feelings and stuff, but what's the point of deleting the VOD and stuff when the evidence is right there? Cutie, are you forgetting your own live stream? You're live streaming. Cutie, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? You just can't get rid of this stuff. Now, maybe if you're a small streamer like me, it's probably okay, because I could say some wild shit right now. Nobody's gonna know unless I clip it myself. And I don't care. I keep everything up. You can go back. I may say some crazy shit. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck. You're never gonna see none of my VODs deleted unless Twitch deletes it or YouTube deletes it, or, you know, the stream gets messed up or something. You know, I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care. You're going to hear my opinions on my stream. If you agree with it, cool. If you don't, cool. You know, let's talk about it. And I want to understand where you're coming from. And I want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Okay, yeah,
I just can't do it anymore.
Vanilla needs some peace.
I know, it's crazy on the internet, actually. Like, it's terrible out there.
It's only crazy on the internet if you're doing bad shit. You know, if you're going raiding, if you're going raiding on your dog and stuff, like, and supporting terrorism and stuff, and other stuff. All that, if you're defaming somebody, making lies up about people. Yeah, the internet is probably kind of crazy for you. But if you're in it, like these cuties, she doesn't cause any trouble really. I don't know about Vanilla and what's her name, Katie, right here. Like, I think she's like new to streaming and stuff. She's not that big, but these two, I know a lot about Cutie. She doesn't really cause any trouble. She doesn't get that much hate, besides when like she came out in support of Asmongold, and who else thought about creating a new streamer awards or whatever. Anyways, like it's not that crazy out there. If you're not crazy, don't say some wild shit.
You got it?
I don't have the brain power to play the friggin' Ghost Hunter game anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Did I ruin the vibes?
I just don't. No. I just don't
I honestly, I'm only gonna stay on for one anyways. I feel like.
Oh yeah, by the way, they might get some hate, these two, because I know they're like really good with Hassan and stuff. And I don't know if you ever came by the stream or watch any other. Well, probably not. I haven't posted, but this probably be my first video on the other channel. So welcome. I have a main channel. This isn't my main channel. Everyone go subscribe to Fonzie TV and like those videos if you like gaming and stuff. But I'm gonna post more. I'm not a big fan of Hassan. I don't wish any ill will on him, but he does probably need to be banned.
It doesn't.
And being friends with him.
Now all the chats are probably distracted too. Which
I hope you talk about.
Sorry, that's
they're talking about her dad, Cutie's dad, and stuff, and the FaZe guys and all that and stuff about being, homophobic and all this other stuff. I hope you're talking to Hassan about supporting terrorism and, defaming people and stuff like that, Cutie. You hear me? I hope you're talking to him and talking to him about that, how he needs to calm that down and get him to realize he should have been banned a long time ago off of Twitch. Probably like permanently banned off of Twitch. But, you got Dan Clancy over here up his ass, giving him hand jobs and everything and happy birthdays to Hassan. If we had a normal CEO for Twitch, Hassan probably would have been gone by now. So, you're trying to change your dad's mind and hopefully talking to the FaZe guys about what they do. I hope you're talking to Hassan. Seriously.
My fault. I think your guys' chats aren't used to my takes, and I said
no. Don't freaking worry about it.
No,
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. La la la. I know I'm seeing some good comments. I'm seeing some very good comments. So
it's okay, even if you're not.
It sounds like
okay, I understand.
It sounds like you have some normal people in these chats. I know from Katie's chat, like she has some pretty normal people.
Damn, that makes people mad.
Yes, and she understands that. She understands that. Yeah. But a lot of weird shit just going on in the world and everything lately. It's overwhelming sometimes, It's just overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we just need a little love.
Yeah, not hate. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it there. I know she made it another video and stuff, but we'll probably look at that tomorrow. What else is there to look at? We can go to live streams, fails and stuff. Should we look at the Emiru and Miskip situation and stuff and talk about that? I mean, that's going to be like another hour or something. We can just watch the video, let her talk, then have a small conversation after that.